Pats Nation, what's going on? What's going on with you? The first week of camp is in the books. Drake May, Stephon Diggs has impressed. Pop Douglas, my guy. If you've been a loyal follower of the show, you already know how I feel about Demar Pop Douglas. He's been stepping up, he's been playing, he's been looking good in camp on the first week so far. Now keep in mind, there's no pads on, it's shirts and t-shirts, a little bit of shells, but the pads come on next week in a couple of days. Well, Monday. So the pads come on Monday. So I'm about to get into that in this video shortly. Real quick before we get started, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you stay for the full video. Let's stay for the full video. Got a little surprise for you at the end. So make sure you stay for the full video. Stay for the full video. Hit the like button. Make sure you're sharing the content, and make sure you go right there and you subscribe to the Ken's Pats Talk YouTube. And I appreciate it. Also, Ken's Pats Talk YouTube is brought to you by the Sports Lounge Media, man. Sports Lounge Media, go over there, hit the link in the bio, subscribe, make sure you're sharing the content, make sure you hit the like button over there. And you can go to Sports Lounge Media. Website is www.sportsloungemedia.com. So go over there and check out the website as well, man. Appreciate that guys having me on and been able to partner with the guys at Sportsline Media, man. I really appreciate it, man. Very good network I've been with for a while. They've done wonders for me. So appreciate the Sports Lounge Media, the network that the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast is powered by. So appreciate that. Count. We're gonna do a little quick recap on this. We're gonna be here for a little bit. Quick recap this past week. Then we jump to next week. The pass, come on. This is when football really begins. But for a quick recap this week, standouts. The first day was basically like an extension of mini camp and the spring OTA. So not a lot. Drake May, he hasn't turned the ball over yet. I think Drake May's been pretty good early on in camp. Josh McDaniels been calling some good plays, and one thing about Josh McDaniels is looking like his offense is going to be the same. I've heard a lot of reports that maybe he's going to change the offense, he's going to add some stuff in. So far, from what I've been hearing from everybody, it's basically the same offense. So it's good. Drake May has been handling everything well. He's been precise. He still has to work on the accuracy. He's been precise for the most part. He is taking a profit. He's not turning the ball over. He's checking the ball out. He's getting the ball out quick. He's going to the open guy. And they have been spreading the ball around this offense. Now keep in mind the running game, which I ain't gonna talk much about Ramondre Stevenson, Trayvon Henderson. You really can't tell much from these because the pass not on. They're not getting tackled. They're not really blocking. They're not really hitting anything. So in terms of the running back position and the offense on the defensive line, you're not really learning a lot. Even linebackers, like linebackers gonna be in coverage, and you can see if Robert Spillane, if he can cover or whatnot, but you're not gonna see a lot from the running backs, defensive ends, pass rusher. This is not time for that right now. Next week, when I get to that part real shortly, man, that's when real football starts tomorrow. Real football begins tomorrow at Pat's camp. The pads are on, man. It's gonna be nice, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see this. But in terms of what we've seen so far, Drake May's been precise, taking the profit, taking what defense give him. Offensive line been holding up okay for the most part. There has been some rushes getting to Drake May. And like I said, it's hard blocking these guys on the edge or in front of you when you can't grab on nothing. They ain't got no pass on you. You really basically just trying to keep your person and keep him in front of you. It's all you're trying to do. You ain't trying to get by. So everybody's getting to the quarterback. I think the lineup has been Will Campbell, Cole Strange, Bradbury, Michael Winu, and Morgan Moses. But then Jared Wilson, the rookie center out of Georgia, he has started at center. He's got reps at left guard and at right guard. So keep an eye on Wilson. He's been a busy man, and they really like what they've seen in the film room and on the field. Keep in mind, he did not participate in the spring in the OTAs. He didn't do minicamp, he did OTAs. So the fact that he's up to speed right now, that's good for Jared Wilson. That is really good for him. The starters on offense, wide receiver has been Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas in slot, and Kayshon Boutte. I expect that to stay the same for the most part. I even predicted that on a previous show on one of my live streams. Cal Williams has gotten in at X. He's been the rotational boundary X behind Boutte, and Bourne's like the fourth receiver right now. So Cal Williams is going to get a lot of playing time this year. I just don't think he's going to start the season outright as the starter. I think it's going to be Diggs, Pop, and Boutte as it is right now. And Cal Williams probably the fourth receiver, or sometimes he might start unless he starts to pick it up. He's been okay this first week, a little bit inconsistent, but he's made some plays, especially that first day. Haven't really done much since then. But unless he starts to pick it up big time, I think Kayshon Boutte's gonna be a starting X. Keep in mind, Mac Hollins is still on PUP, so he's been out there, but he has not been participating. He's been on the other field. So I think right now it's gonna be Kayshawn Booty as your starting X, Pop Douglas in the slot, Stephon Diggs out there at Z, and I think every now and then Cal Williams will sub in for Booty. And so I think that's really the only competition right there. Jalen Pope, mystery. He passed his physical, but he's not healthy to practice right now. So that's a weird situation. They say he's dealing with some muscle tightness. I don't know if it's a hammy, a groin, or whatnot, but he's dealing with some soft tissue issue. Let's see what. Hey, he's behind the eight ball right now. So I can't wait. I'm ready. Jalen Post needs to get out there. He needs to get out there, man. So I'm very interested to see how he looks when he adds to the fold of wide receivers. Javon Baker made a couple nice plays at Saturday practice. Had a deep ball from like a 50-yarder, I think they said, from Drake May in 7-on-7s. Pot Douglas also went off yesterday. So Javon Baker, he's starting to come on and very quiet. I've been hearing he's had a solid count. So he's starting to come on, and a lot of people thought he was going to be off the roster. Not so fast. We don't know yet, so we'll see. I've actually heard Javon Baker's name a little more than Ethan Chisholm, the fan favorite. Haven't really heard a lot from Ethan Chisholm, so we got to wait and see what. And then keep in mind, receivers a dependent position, so he could be open. Maybe Josh Dobbs missed him. Maybe he didn't look his way. Maybe it was a sack. So just because you're not hearing people's name, don't mean they're not doing much. It takes a lot for some of these guys to get on the same page, and the stuff has to gel. So don't panic if you're not hearing nobody's name. Over to the defense side of the ball, I think it's been Harold Landry, Keon White, Milton Woods, Christian Barmore as your starters. Chaseon's been coming in. Man, I think Harold Landry's gonna have a big time year. Keep in mind, he's still coming off that ace. He's like 2 years removed from the ACL now. He had 9 sacks last year for the Titans. If he can give us that, that'll be good. I think he can have a double-digit sack season. I seen a clip of him, man. He flies off that edge. So can't wait to see what Harold Landry gonna do. Keon White's been battling with Will Campbell. And in terms of the trenches, we're gonna get to see a lot. That's what I'm about to go ahead and get into now. We're gonna see a lot. I can't wait to see the one-on-ones tomorrow. The wide receiver, cornerback one-on-ones, tight end versus linebackers or safeties, the offensive line versus the defensive line. I cannot wait to see those one-on-ones because we really haven't heard a lot from the two youngsters, the draft picks, the Josh Foreman, the Florida State D tackle, and Braden Swenson. We haven't really heard much from them. Keep in mind, these practices are not really for the trenches. They're not tailor-made for the trenches to make hay or to make plays. You're not going to hear a lot about them because it's just a part of you're not going to hear about the trenches right now. So even if you might hear Will Campbell got beat by Cleveland Chason or Harold Landry or Keon White, doesn't really mean much because they don't have pads on. It's you basically have to try to keep the guy in front of you away from the court. You're trying to keep him in front of you. You don't want him to get by you. Now, when you get physical and get the pass on, now you can start to grab and you can start not really grab, but you can kind of touch him and be a little more contact with him. He can feel you. You get physical then. So we're gonna learn a lot about the offensive line and in the trenches on the defensive line this week. Is the defensive line that good or is the offensive line that bad? We're going to find out. We're going to find out this week. Is the defensive line that good or is the offensive line just that bad? It's one or the other. We're going to find out. So I'm hoping the offensive line can start to come on and they can gel. Keep an eye on the center, though. Jarrett Wilson could be starting. He could be a starter this year, and Bradbury could be on the bench. That's why the Vikings got rid of Bradbury because he wasn't a good pass blocker. He's good against the run, not that good against the pass. So we're going to be interested to see. Now, I'm looking forward to the wide receiver position. Stephon Diggs can continue to make some plays, and as he recovers from the ACL tear, he looks very good. He might not be 100%, but he's damn near close. So can Stephon Diggs continue to make some plays like he's been doing in camp? Pop Douglas. Pop Douglas has been balling. Can he continue to make plays? He had on a busted play yesterday, or busted coverage or whatever. He just took it and got past Cal Duggar. Drake May went to the sideline. He kept looking like a passer. He ran to the sideline, kept his eyes downfield, and boom, dumped it off to DeMar Dillon for about a 50-yard bomb. Man, I want to see Cal Williams. I want to see him start making plays, man. I want to hear his name a lot more. I ain't really heard the past couple days. So I want to see Cal Williams, Kayshawn Booty. I think Booty's going to continue to be steady, just steady Eddie. That's what Kayshawn Booty's going to do. And we shall see, man. Maybe we get to hear a little bit more about Ethan Chisholm. And I want to see Javon Baker if he can start to stack some practices now. Because if he can start to stack practices, Jalen Pope might be in trouble. Or maybe Matt Hollins might be in trouble. So those are the things I'm looking forward to tomorrow, man. I want to see some of the 11 on 11s. Drake May continue taking care of the ball. And tomorrow they're gonna be hitting. Got joint practice in a couple weeks. So they putting the pads on now. Preseason starts next Thursday with the Hall of Fame game between the Los Angeles Chargers and Detroit Lions. And you got Hall of Fame enshrinement next weekend. But I'm interested in seeing with the pads on Lamar, can Will Campbell hold up against Keon White? Can Morgan Moses, he's an older veteran, he's like 35 years old, can he hold up against Harold Landry or whoever's on that side? I want to see that tomorrow. We're going to find out tomorrow about this offensive line. If the offensive line that bad, or is the defensive line that good? That is what we will be finding out tomorrow. Is the offensive line that bad, or is the defensive line that good? I'm hoping to get a 50-50 practice. Offense wins a lot, defense wins a lot, but you never want your quarterback to be up under pressure a lot like that. So we're going to find out tomorrow if the offensive line just really being that bad with all the pressure that's been reported through the reports and what that you see on social media. That everything you just been hearing sack. Then tomorrow, now the excuse was they don't have pads. There's no pads. You just basically just trying to keep the guy in front of you. Now they got pads. There's no more excuses. It's a free fall tomorrow. So we will find that out tomorrow, man. I will be live tomorrow night, recapping the first day of pads tomorrow. So make sure you check me out. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are sharing the content. But please, most of all, make sure you subscribe to the Ken's Pats Talk YouTube, and make sure you hit the like button when you see this video. I appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow night.